So he was a merchant in the early 1200s. And then the story goes, our Blessed Mother appeared to him during one of the Crusades saying, I need you to form an order to ransom captive Christians. Because during that time, there was, not unlike today, a situation where many of the Christians were being captured and put into situations by the Muslims of, like, you know, convert to Islam or die. And so out of fear, a lot of Christians were losing their faith. And so our Blessed Mother wanted, like, she intervened, as she usually does at a very, you know, difficult time in history. So St. Peter Nolasco, within like 9 days, got permission from the King of Spain and whatever higher ups in the church he needed permission for to start this order, which was just, it was like a band of brothers, like, you know, merchants. They would raise money, they would buy back the captive Christians. And if there was ever a situation where they didn't raise enough money, kind of like Maximilian Kolbe style, like they would trade the place of the captive Christian to save their faith. Yeah. And our brothers, they take a fourth vow and they call it the fourth vow. And it's a vow of, like, if there's ever a situation where somebody's at risk of losing their faith, that brother, through that vow, is called to take the place of the other. So most of our Mercedarian saints are martyrs for that.
With that vow?
Yes. But the founder actually was not martyred. So, you know, as the years continued, right, like there were just many situations where there was a lot of captive Christians in different situations. So the spirituality is a very, like, redemptive spirituality. So Christ the Redeemer is like their image of Christ that they try to emulate. But our brothers say that our Blessed Mother is their foundress, which is really beautiful. And so they're an international order. And so now going forward to the early 1900s in Mexico. So our mother foundress, Maria del Refugio, she was a middle-class Mexican citizen, came from a big family. Her dad gambled her in an arranged marriage. She didn't want to get married, but she loved her family. And so, like, really through obedience to her family, in her early 20s, she married this guy that she ended up falling in love with and loving. And in that sacrament, her husband did convert fully to Catholicism. But then there was like a series of tragedies she experienced. So with her husband, she had 2 children. So her husband died first, then her son, her only son, and her daughter also she survived. So after her husband died, she moved back with her family. Then her parents died.